You feel it first, a tightness behind your ribs, a whisper of doubt that grows into a roar.
They will laugh.
It tells you to turn back, to hide, to be small, quiet, safe. Level 1. You call it fear, but what if you reframed it? What if that tightness is a signal, a sensor, a guide? Not the enemy, a pointer towards something that matters. You are wired to notice danger, to predict outcomes, to see the edges before you step over them. Fear is the brain's early warning system. It keeps you alive. It keeps you attentive. It keeps you ready. You've been taught to silence it, to shove it down, to fake bravery. But when you ignore that signal, you also mute something else. The precision, the focus, the information. Level 2. Listen, not to the shouting, but to the detail inside the feeling. Where does it live in your body? A knot in your stomach? A quick breath? Hands that want to move? Palms that sweat? Those are data points. Collect them. Name them. When you label fear, you take away its tyranny. It becomes manageable. You stop reacting and start analyzing. Is this fear about real threat, or fear about change, about judgment, about loss? Different fears demand different responses. Not all require retreat. Some demand preparation. Some demand creativity. Some demand courage. Level 3. Think of a moment you felt fear and did something anyway. It didn't erase the fear, it altered it. It turned the tightness into motion, into choices, into skill. You begin to apprentice with fear. Practice small steps. Try experiments. Fail quietly. Learn quickly. Each attempt decodes a bit more of the signal. You build confidence, not by avoiding fear, but by moving through it. The truth is simple. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the ability to act while afraid. It's your fear refined. Now imagine your career, your relationships, the parts of life you avoid because the fear is loud. Those are the rooms where potential waits. Fear is the door, not the guard. When you open the door, you'll see how fear sharpened you, how it made you cautious in a way that protects what matters, how it taught you to plan, to rehearse, to listen. You transform fear into strategy. You use it to measure risk, to set guardrails, not prisons. You let it inform deadlines, backup plans, honest conversations. Level 5. There's another face of fear. It pushes you toward authenticity. The tightness before showing up, the trembling before telling the truth. That fear is a compass. It points to moments that matter for you. When you step into that discomfort, you become visible. You test boundaries. You find the people who match your pace, and you lose the ones who don't belong. That clearing feels painful and necessary. It leaves room for the life you actually want. Fear here is a filter. It separates performance from presence. It forces you to choose what's essential. Level 6. There will be failures. There will be days when the fear wins. You freeze, you run, you hide. That's part of the process. Don't let setbacks become identity. You are not a coward because you faltered. You are a learner. Failure gives you new data about the limits of your plans, about where your edges actually are. Treat each fall like a map. What part of the fear was accurate? What part was exaggerated? How do you patch the plan? How do you train the skill you lacked? Now practice a ritual. Next time the tightness rises, breathe into it. Say aloud, "I notice you." Name the fear. One sentence, short, specific. Then ask one question. What is this asking me to prepare for? If the answer is action, take a single small step. If the answer is boundary, set one. If the answer is rest, honor it. Record the outcome. Did the step change the signal? Did the fear shrink or sharpen? Adjust, refine, repeat. Finale. Your fear is not a defect. It is a raw instrument, untuned, full of noise. Yet with pressure and practice, it becomes a tool. You learn the difference between alarms and invitations. You stop being hijacked. You become an alchemist, turning tension into focus, the unknown into a plan, risk into play. This is how bravery grows, not as spectacle, but as steady work, a habit, a muscle. So the next time your heart races at the thought of saying yes, at the sight of a blank page, at the knock of opportunity, listen, name it, ask one question, move one small step. Fear stays with you. That's okay. Let it be the engine, not the driver. You have what it takes. Your fear is part of the system that keeps you alive, and now it can help you thrive. Start small, start curious, keep going.